my name is Fraser Simons. This is my channel Springboard Thought. Today I'm doing the Booktube Numbers Tag created by Books, Reading, and Stuff. I think I'm missing a word. And I was tagged by Skelly Dandling About the Books and Leo Bancroft, two excellent channels that you should check out. Roz from Skelly Dandling About the Books, as the name suggests, goes on a tour around the world reading different authors from different countries, and she expounds on the author's actual country, where they're located in the actual globe, something like pertinent history as relates to the text that she's diving into. Fantastic stuff. And Leo is just like glowing with positivity all the time, is always spotlighting different community outreach programs, donates to different programs every single interview, has very insightful thoughts, is the creator of the Stand With Trans Kids tag, which I'll be doing soon, and you should do also. And I think that's about it. We'll get to it. Jim is also great. You probably already know Jim from the, what's it called? The alphabet tag, where each word or letter has a specific tag video with different prompts. It's very easy, fun, fast. Recommend those as well. What was your first Booktube video? Like most people, I think it's the Booktube newbie tag. I'm not really sure why I chose that. I am assuming I watched some video of a booktuber that said you should also join, and if you do, you should start with the Booktube newbie tag. I don't know. Or maybe I saw it floating around and I thought I should do that too. I'm not really sure, but it seems to be the first thing most people do. How many books are you currently reading? 3. I'm reading the Luminaries, Lost Children Archive, and The Magic Mountain, all group reads on a weekly basis. Yes, that's true. And I'm 3 weeks into The Magic Mountain, and 1 week into the Lost Children Archive, which is phenomenal, as is Magic Mountain. I thought it would be very dense, but it's just phenomenal. It's the kind of dense where it's so rich that you just fall into it, and it's hard to stop reading. Lost Children Archive, I've started, I own the book, but I also have it on audio, which is how I consumed it first because I had so many physical reads going on. So this week I'll shift into the physical for that and see how it is, because I think it might be mixed media or unconventional in some way. Phenomenal story about a couple road tripping across America, I think it is. Their relationship seems quite fraught to me at the beginning, so I'm extrapolating that things are not going to go well for them in the future, but you never know. Luminary is fantastic. I took half a day to catch up with that group. It's just, yeah, so exquisitely crafted. Kind of reminds me of Donna Tartt, where again the prose are like so rich and luscious that you just fall into it. There's like a pacing mechanic with her diction and the sentence construction. It is about, I believe, as far as I know, it's completely fictionalized, the gold rush in New Zealand, giving me the piano vibes. Jane Campion, fantastic movie. There's a murder, and the first 360 pages is different viewpoints from every single sort of witness in this room that are saying what they know about the murderer and who they think it is. It essentially sets up the mystery and all the suspects. And then 360 pages later, you're exactly 360 degrees back around. So there's a lot of meta construction in it that I'm very much enjoying. And yeah, just no complaints whatsoever. Excellent on the page, excellent on audiobook. What were the top 3 books you read last year? Probably Nupaming, and Nishka, and Vita Nostra. I don't know why it sounded like that, Vita Nostra. All of them are fantastic for different reasons, which I won't go too much into because I have videos on my favorite books that you can just click on and check out. They're pretty short, I think. And I have individual ones on each of those specific books as well. But I think those are the ones that kind of stand out the most, even though I had quite a bit. I think I had top 20, and then it was hard to choose. And I did top 20 books that were not published that year, And then I think I did a top 10 of books that were published that year, and then sort of like the leftovers that I really like a lot. And I still had books that I could talk about after that because I consume a lot of content. How many books did you read last year? 583, technically 584, or even more technically, less than that, because if you don't count DNFs, it would be lower than that. So who knows? Probably like 550 or something with DNFs. There was quite a bit of DNFs last year as compared to this year, where I only have 2 or 3. Yeah, so I read a lot. How many books have you rated as 5 stars this year? I rated 31 books out of 144 5 stars. Important to note, a bunch of those are rereads of my favorite comic series, so it's kind of perfunctory. Like, I'm reading them because I love them, and I'm doing specifically picking them up at the right times in the right mood for exactly the story that I know that it is. So if you minus those, it might be like 20, 25, something like that. Do you have a reading target for this year? Yes, 400. I wanted to read less. Last year I was in a very bad mental headspace, and the escapism of reading propelled me into that. The heights of 583, that's the highest I've ever read by a fair margin. I think before it was around 500-ish. And so this year I was fine with making a lower goal and sticking to that, whether it's, less or more. Are you on track? I'm 27 over. So yes, very on track, super on track. How many pages long is the book you are reading now? Magic Mountain is 854 pages. The Luminaries is 834 pages. And Lost Children is 383 pages. How long are your videos? My weekly check-in review thing that I'm doing is 30 minutes is what I try to keep it to. I would have liked for it to be 20 minutes, but feels like if I have enough time, like if I read less books and I fill the time up talking about the books that I really want to talk about, rather than being super succinct about them because I have more to say on them. But I mean, last week I have an exactly almost 30-minute video weekly review, not even counting Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, which I need to do a singular review of because I started to and it was like 8 minutes long already, so I figured might as well just make a standalone video for that. Do you have a favorite number? I was thinking about this and not really, but I do kind of like 100 in this sense that like 100% hitting your goals, completing things, so maybe that. Last question, do you have a book on your shelves with a number in the title or on the cover? I grabbed a couple. The first one will bug people, I think. It's like a math thing. So this is the Southern Reach, or Area X, which could be many numbers. And then I also have Slaughterhouse 5. And then I also have the awesome book, which is the, I'm trying to think, second book, I think, Thousandfold Thought of the Prince of Nothing trilogy, a part of the greater Second Apocalypse by Baker, which is my favorite fantasy series of all time, perhaps, maybe tied with Gormenghast. Yep. So that's it for the tag. If you would like to do the tag, go ahead. Everybody that I have seen has already done this tag, I think. If I'm wrong and you haven't done it, you should tag and then tag me so that or mention me or let me know in the comments or whatever so I can come take a look at it. And otherwise I will see you next video, which will probably be the Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep video review, I think. Or it'll be a weekly reads again if I don't have the time. We'll see.